Hello. It's fairly quiet on the weather front right now, but quite a wild day on the way for some of us on Sunday with thunderstorms forecast. Some of them could be severe, bringing hail, gusty winds and a lot of rainfall in a short space of time, leading to flash flooding. But just down the road, you might miss the storms and it'll end up being fairly dry and bright.
Some astonishing thunder overnight that kept me awake.
Kept a few awake, I think, Ben. Very good morning to you both. Morning as well. Take a look at this shot from one of our weather watchers overlooking Birmingham through the night. Just one of the storms we've seen across the country, and there are more to come today. Now, let's get it clear here. Not everyone will see the storms today. It's going to be a case of some hit and miss storms for the afternoon, and then into the evening some more persistent heavy and thundery rain. But where you do see those storms at their worst, they could drop a month's worth of rain, if not more, in just the space of a few hours. To go with it, some large hail as well, and that risk of flooding where they do occur. So keep an eye on the skies and just keep across the forecast.
Some incredible pictures to show you. You might have been woken up by the thunder and the lightning. This was a view outside of our studios here in Salford. Take a look at this lightning.
This is about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Let's have a look. That's what woke me up this morning.
Lovely stuff. It's fine when you don't have to sleep, when you can enjoy it, isn't it? But if you're trying to get some kip,
yes,
not quite so helpful.
I think our lightning pictures are better than Matt's lightning picture, actually.
Are we playing lightning top trumps
Yeah, we
this
are.
morning, are we? Oh, well, come on, that's not
Oh,
Let me get
no,
out of the
that's
way.
cool.
Look at
You were
that.
hiding
Like
the best
Harry
bit.
Potter is, you know,
It's
been in
amazing, isn't it?
charge.
This was Sheffield, actually, just in the last hour or so.
Wow.
And you know what? I could look at these all day, all night long, to be honest. Who needs sleep when you've got big storms around? But there are more to come today. Serious thing, though, because some of them could be quite nasty.
Matt, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but I know you'll know. What is it that causes lightning? These amazing shows that we've seen over the last couple of nights. What causes it?
It's all to do with the raindrops and hail within a thundercloud, basically bouncing around in the wind that goes up and down inside those storm clouds as they rub together, much like friction. So as you get static electricity, it's that sort of thing, and eventually that builds up and has to be released, and you see spectacular scenes like you just saw there in Salford overnight.
Amazing. Thank you.
It's
I knew you'd
incredible
know.
how bright it is. That's the other thing.
I thought you meant Matt.
It's amazing.
We know that's
his
not true, Ben.
His weather brain is enormous.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Matt, you were explaining earlier, weren't you, about what causes all of this?
Yes, indeed. Quite a stormy spell, in fact, to come from many of us today. Ben, thank you. Good morning. This is the view also in Birmingham. So why so stormy today? Well, it's all due to the fact we've got low pressure out towards the west of Ireland at the moment. When you've got low pressure, the air's rising. That helps to build up the shower clouds to begin with. But it's also tapping into some very warm and humid air coming all the way from the mid-Atlantic. Now, with the warm air and humid air, it means there's more water content out there to go into the big clouds that will gradually feed up into the atmosphere. And when that water content falls out, it is going to fall out in some fashion. Now, those storms are going to be brewing quite widely later on today across parts of England, Wales and Northern Ireland. But even in these areas and within the Met Office warning areas, not everyone will see the storms. Your app may show that there's a chance of thunderstorms where you are, but it's just a chance at the moment, because if you think of it like popcorn kernels in a very hot pan, you know those popcorn kernels are going to go, but which is going to go first and which is going to go next? So it's that sort of thing. Some will stay dry, especially further to the south and west.
It is really spectacular looking, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you were to come across that and you didn't know it was going to be there
No.
or what it was all about, take you by surprise.
Just kind of looming there in the
Yeah,
surf.
yeah, but it's very beautiful.
It looked very calm.
Yes, it did. And the weather, well, kind of changeable if you're thinking about heading to the beach at the moment. You wouldn't want to be caught out by one of those behind you, would
That
you, Matt?
horizontal bit there that Matt's
You
hiding.
wouldn't. No, exactly. By the way, the sea's quite warm for this time of year at the moment out there, but look at that. This was earlier this morning in Sheffield. Met Office have yellow warnings out across these areas at the moment, much of England, all of Wales and the western half of Northern Ireland. Even in these areas, though, some of you will stay completely dry, but it's these areas where you're most likely to see, if you see a storm, the potential for it to be one of those especially nasty ones, high impactful ones with some disruption as well.
Oh, you showed me the orange map again, my favourite. Thank you.
Oh, it's
There
gone.
we go. Oh,
Sorry,
where's
too
it?
late.
Oh, it's gone. Blink and
Sorry.
you miss it. You spoiling me with the nice 23 degrees. That's what we're after. Thank you.
Bit more comfortable.
Yeah, 23 degrees
Still
is
warm.
just about perfect, to be fair.